crying little.
What's going on, everybody? This is Ray Hayes with Supplier News. I hope everyone is having a good day thus far. Thank you for taking your time out today to listen to me. Once again, coming to you with a mini podcast. And as always, please follow us on our social media platforms. Check us out on Facebook at Supplier News. On Twitter, we're at GDN Network. And we're also on Google Plus at Supplier News. Also, if you're interested in learning about the most up-to-date news on diversity, small businesses, politics, almost anything, we cover it. I'm not going to say almost anything, but especially in particularly dealing with diversity to small business news, we cover all that information, supply diversity and whatsoever. We cover that as well. So please check us out on our website at www.suppliernews.com. Today, I wanted to talk about the new iPhone, the iPhone 10, or the iPhone X. Well, really the iPhone 10, because X does mean 10, but whatever. The iPhone, for now, let's say X, and the new features it's going to have. One of the features was augmented reality, where you'll be able to record your voice and your facial expressions using one of the iPhone emojis. The symbols were a cat symbol, a dog, and a few other ones. I think it was altogether about 12 emoji faces you can use. You can update your facial expressions using those emojis, and you can send people messages with the emojis, but they're just talking and they're using your facial expressions. Also, face recognition, and that's what I really wanted to talk about today. Really, the face recognitions. The fact that now with the iPhone, you can unlock your phone with your face. My cousin, was kind of funny this weekend. I had family over, and she talked about that basically the face recognition is the mark of the beast. She talked about the whole biblical take on it, but it was interesting. But she did compare that to the mark of the beast, which is, in her opinion, I mean, hey. But the face recognition allows you put your face to the phone, and the phone uses a bunch of algorithms, and they recognize your face, and the phone's unlocked. So usually you have the home, you put your hand on the home button, and it can unlock with your fingerprint. But now the iPhone X doesn't have a home button anymore. So now you have that, and I'm sure you have possibly in the future, maybe, I'm not sure if you can unlock with your voice, but for sure you're gonna unlock with the face. But the reason I wanted to discuss that, because yesterday I was looking online. I was researching some things about face recognition, what it takes, the algorithms you have to use, and artificial intelligence that goes into using such cool software. How a lot of companies are implementing face recognition products into their company. And one thing I found out was that the HP in 2009, HP had a face recognition software, but the software, it didn't recognize black faces. So it didn't recognize any person that was black or darker skin tone. Not just saying black by race, but just of darker skin tone. It did not recognize her face. And a young lady by the name of Joy, I don't want to badger her last name, Balani, I believe. But I'll include her TED Talk in the bio once I upload the podcast. But she during her TED Talk, she talked about how algorithms are somewhat racist, so to say, due to the fact that they don't recognize black faces. Now, during Apple's introduction in a press conference of the iPhone, the new iPhone, iPhone X, they did show a minority, a dark person, or a person with a darker skin tone using the face recognition software and unlocking their phone. So it seems to be Apple is not having that problem as of now, but we shall see as once the phone is released and time goes on whether the algorithm they use were somewhat biased and prejudiced to people with darker skin tone. So we shall see, but hopefully it took the fails of HP and other organizations, and they developed something much better and much grandiose than the previous software, which I'm sure they have. But Joy, like I talked about during the TED Talk, she talked about how when people are giving algorithms information, they do not study people of color. The information they use to I guess teach the algorithm of the computer softwares, to feed them, to I guess to begin to understand this is what I want you to do, these are the people you should recognize. They're excluding people of color, and they're so focusing on one race of people, light-skinned people, so to say, particularly white people, and it's putting a barrier between things, because now if you're just focusing on one group of people, you exclude a whole race of people. Therefore, you're excluding the fact that, okay, this face recognition only sees a person of a tan or light skin tone. So when a person not of a a person who is not light skinned or white and tries to use that software, it's not going to recognize them because it never was taught to recognize them. So you're putting you're failing your organization because you're excluding the fact that you have a vast variety of non-white skin-toned people who are interested in your product. If they can't use your product, then you lost tons of money. And the money is the root of the success. If you don't have the money and you don't have the sales, then your business will fail. Plain and simple. So if you fail to account the people who are of not white skin, what are you thinking? Like truly, what are you thinking? And like I said, I hope Apple doesn't, run into this problem. But it goes to show what Joy talks about in her TED Talk, that there needs to be a more emphasis on including people of color into the data mining field, because as we all know, things are changing within America. In Chicago alone, Hispanic Americans are growing steadily. Within the year 2040, 2050, Hispanic Americans will surpass white Americans based off birth rates and the way they're producing faster than any other race in the United States. So if you have Hispanic Americans, but you also have Black Americans who have sometimes darker skin tones, and they're not being recognized by a face recognition software you just created, or the fact that you're not including people who are in the data mining industry who are not of a white background, but they can give you a better understanding of the product and understanding of, okay, we need to study more than just one set of people. Then things need to grow. In the data analyst field, data mining field, things need to grow and things need to change. Simple as that. And I'm sure it will change, but it sucks to see that, okay, we overlooked the whole set of skin tones and focus on one skin tone alone. That show you where the mindset is of these industries. They're not thinking. They're not progressing. They're not understanding that diversity is key to growth. So I applaud Apple because, like I said, their new, so far it looks like it's face recognition will work with people with darker skin tones. But everybody else, let's get it together. Let's get it together. Well, if you're in the dating mining industry, I mean, face recognition will be the next big thing, just like augmented reality. So, I mean, please don't exclude a whole set of people, because I would hate to buy a product and it's a face recognition product and it doesn't recognize me because I'm brown. It's like, gee whiz, like, this is ridiculous. So, I mean, let's get it together. I mean, hopefully, God willing, it wasn't, people aren't being discriminated against just because they have a black. I mean, things happen. Just have a dark skin tone, but who knows? But with all that being said, thank you all for listening, taking the time out to listen to me. I hope you all have a good rest of the week. Check me and Jamie out. We just released a new podcast on Sunday, and we talked about Chicago and Detroit, how the population increased, and a few other things, and it's steadily changing the way we're looked at in society. We also go and cover climate change. But check us out. Every Sunday, we release a podcast together, about at least it's about 30-40 minute podcast. So give it a listen. It's on our YouTube page. I forgot to say, we are on YouTube as well, Supplier News. So check us out there. Some of the podcasts and so on and so forth. Thank you all once again. Follow us on our social media platforms I mentioned earlier. And this is Ray Hayes, and I'm out.